Hey everyone, welcome back to Dolls for Dorks, a safe place where we make delightfully dorky dolls and quirky cute crafts. Today, we are just chatting.
Wait, what? Then why do I spy a doll waiting to be customized?
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, Mom.
Hi. Yeah, hi. But what's up with that doll if we're just chatting?
Okay, you got me. We're chatting and making a quick doll custom. But just a quick one, because I am still recovering from Halloween and helping make your costumes.
Yeah, but it was worth it, right? I mean, I needed my extra arms and face paint.
And my mask.
And my whole costume.
Sure, well, you're welcome. Anywho, let's get back to business. And by that, I mean talking about squishies, our collection and how we learn to customize them.
And then we're gonna make a special custom.
Yep, that's the plan, Stan.
My name's not Stan, Mom.
Also, shout out to Dairy Official for their sweet comment and suggesting we do a squishy tour. We love hearing your video ideas, so always feel free to share them below. Anyway, back to the squishies. So let's start with our squishy collection. Ta-da!
You say our collection, but I don't remember ever squishing them.
All right, I admit that these are more art pieces than squishies. I mean, they are so aesthetically pleasing with their pastel color scheme, and I just love the mixture of rainbow, cute animals, and desserts.
Which is also why we're big Mariah Elizabeth fans.
Spoilers, Mr. B! But yes, we'll get to our Mariah-inspired collection in a minute. Right now, I want to talk about some of my favorite squishies from our
Your
collection. So I discovered iBloom in 2020, basically when squishies were huge.
Kinda like the slime craze.
Yeah, I think we all needed a bit of comfort and distraction that year. And squishies are a great sensory toy. And unlike a lot of squishies,
Which can smell a bit bleh.
iBloom squishies actually smell amazing. Like literally amazing. The chocolate scented ones are just mwah, chef's kiss. But we'll start with the rainbow ones because, well, this video is also inspired by Mariah Elizabeth.
Let's go!
Let's start with the rainbow cheesecake. I love the gradient on this one. Next is the mini Aurora Saccatort. So pretty. Then there's the rainbow milk toast, which I kept in its original packaging. The rainbow chocolate bar with all the cute characters on it. This rainbow mousse madeleine, one of the most satisfying to squish. This ginormous rainbow strawberry cookie. And finally, the rainbow princess shortcake.
Look at all those yummy strawberries.
And whipped topping.
Mm-mm.
And let's not forget iBloom's adorable characters. Check out this cute little Marmo rainbow cake. And look how sweet and snuggly these Marmo bears are, poking out of the fluffy dorayaki.
And don't forget the crepes.
You're right, can't forget these guys.
And the sandwich cookies.
I love the filling oozing out.
And the chunky chigiri bread.
Such a chunky boy. So chunky, he's made my camera lose focus. Sure, Mama Bear is one of my favorites, but there are other super cute dessert character combos too.
Like the unicorn macarons.
And the sweet candy lollipop girl.
Yeah, there is something about squishies on a stick that I really like.
I like the dango. Reminds me of Monster Hunter.
And don't forget our Happy Penguin popsicle, with sprinkles of course. Our mini sugar mic pan. So yummy looking. Our whipped cream unicorn, giving Galarian Ponyta vibes. Our mini sharebread kitties. So adorable together. And perhaps my favorite, the sharebread wreath.
Okay, seriously, is anyone else feeling hungry?
Hold that thought, Squidge, because we still have more to share. Look who it is again. It's Marmo Bear. And he is just so soft. Like, look at how slow rising he is. Oh. Next, we have the Angel, Kitty, and Unicorn, which are so bright. My camera can't take it. Then there's Foxy Fox. Maybe one of the first I Bloom characters I bought, and she is so pretty. Again, we have Sweet Lollipop Girl in mint, one of my favorite colors. And the limited edition Angel Bunny in this beautiful sky blue. Then Roxy Whale, she's so cute. Harajuku Bunny with her amazing texture and gorgeous big eyes. Then we have the Healing Birds. Look at this big one, so satisfying to squish. And we have the little ones too. Which one would you choose? I think I like the purple one best. And finally, Chubby Hamster. One of my favorites, and in fact I have the Apple version sitting right next to me on my desk because editing is stressful. Alright, we are almost finished, but I wanted to share some of my most prized squishies because, well, I love these ones. Starting with our Sheraton the Sheep Trio. These are so vibrant and I love their facial expressions. Look at this guy snoozing. He's taking a quick nap. And the baby too. Oh, they are such a cute little family.
Oh my goodness, cuteness overload!
I totally agree, Squidget, though not as cute as you. Then we have our Cloud Bear, who looks so peaceful sleeping on her rainbow marshmallow. Now I'm feeling sleepy. Next is a Cosmo Harajuku Bear with her little heart toe beans. And this pair of dragons, which are so detailed. The texture is phenomenal.
Alright, D&D squish.
That's why I bought them, Mr. B. Finally, we have the teeny tiny dessert squishies. Look at this little face. Oh, I want to squish his cheeks. Is this Marmo Bear again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And these are awesome.
Perfect for gamers like us.
That's right. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and honestly, my Game Boy was everything. And now I have a squishy version. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Okay, ready for a snack?
Finally.
How about some fruit?
Mom.
What? This looks delicious. I mean, we have a juicy peach and a little peach booty. Some cherries. Ripe for eating. A pineapple, maybe a bit metallic tasting. Some grapes. I'm personally a fan of the purple ones. And the classic strawberry. Important question, with or without sugar?
I give up.
Fine. How about some pastries then? Are you ready?
Mom!
Now what's wrong? These look amazing. We have a strawberry pain du matin and this fluffy strawberry cheesecake. A strawberry mousse bread, which I could just watch rise for hours. These tiny strawberry pastry cookie thingies. A mini cheesecake, baked to perfection. And this apple pie. Sure, it's almost Christmas, but it's Thanksgiving too, right? A cinnamon bun. Who doesn't love getting these when they go to the mall? And finally, a chocolate chip cookie. All right, here's my final offer. How about some chocolate?
Mom!
Oh my goodness, there is no pleasing you guys. But seriously, these are the squishies I actually do squish when I'm stressed.
So, all the time.
Touche, Squidlet, touche. Anyway, like last time, let's start with the pain du matin, but the chocolate one this time. Then we have the chocolate mousse madeleine, looking a little faded. This chocolate mousse bread, which if you're ever thinking of buying an iBloom squishy, I totally recommend. Not sponsored, by the way. Next is this filled sandwich cookie, which kind of reminds me of a Tim's Cruller. These 2 mini chocolate cups, which I originally bought for a squishy makeover, but then fell in love with them. Then we have the milk chocolate Sachertorte, followed by the mint chocolate Sachertorte. Yes, I have both sizes because, well, this is my favorite scent. And finally, the pièce de résistance, the chocolate Sachertorte. You know, all this chocolate smell is making me hungry too. Let's go grab a snack, guys.
Yes.
Yay!
Now, shh, don't tell my kiddos, but I did decide to dig through their squishy collections, which they've had for years now. As you can see, some of these have been well loved, with rips and crack-a-lacking, but that is what squishies are for, right? To be squished. Even though I do tend to keep mine on the shelf, but that's just my personal preference. Anywho, seeing all these cute designs makes me think it would be cool to one day give these a squishy makeover. Though maybe not until I've had a bit more practice. But yeah, any ideas for designs, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, with my kids' permission, we'll attempt to give these a squishy makeover in future. Phew, now let's finally move on to part 2. This is turning out to be quite the video.
You got this, Mom.
Feeling better?
Totally. What's next on the agenda, Mom?
I know.
What?
Mariah time!
That's right, Squidlet. Since we shared our iBloom squishy collection, I thought we should also share our Mariah Elizabeth squishy collection and chat about how we learned to paint squishies. Are we sitting comfortably? Now let me tell you a tale.
So embarrassing, Mom.
Lighten up, sis. I like the story.
Only because you're the star.
Hey!
Many, many years ago, a little Squidlet came home from school and said, "Mom, my friends watch this YouTuber called Moriah Elizabeth. Can we check out her channel?" And just like that, we were hooked on squishy makeovers.
And her other projects.
And by complete coincidence, I found 2 orange cats at the dollar store one day and thought, we should try this. And just like that, we recreated Shelly and Eustace. Wait, these aren't our squishies. Let's try that again. Much better. Now, where was I?
Learning how to paint squishies?
Right. So this was my attempt at making Eustace and Shelly.
Plus the Cotty Katy cats.
Yep, but I was a sweet summer child, and thinking I now knew what I was doing, decided to paint my own designs. Are you ready? Don't freak out now.
Ah! Jump scare.
I mean, it could be worse, right?
No, these were fails. But remember, practice makes progress. So let's chat about what went wrong. So if we take a closer look, first things first, the paint is way too dull because I didn't mix slick and matte paint. And the metallic paint is so artificial and out of place when juxtaposed with the fruit theme.
And the fruit smashed on their heads is definitely a choice.
That goop is coming from the fruit, right? Not the bears?
Barf.
I think I could probably fix these in a future video though. Well, maybe not you. You will be making a sacrifice now. So, bye! I think the moral of the story was that we definitely needed more practice.
So that's what we did.
We used Mariah's videos as art tutorials.
Let's share what we made. Though I want to emphasize that these are 100% Mariah's designs and intellectual property. And again, these are just our recreations which we made for fun.
Thanks for understanding.
And please, no hate.
That's right, no trolls allowed.
That's an orc, Mom.
Like our eye bloom squishies, let's start with desserts. Again, these are all Mariah's designs.
But they were so fun to make.
I agree. Slick fabric paint is one of my favorite mediums because it looks just like chocolate sauce or whipped cream. First up is the strawberry lemonade roll cake, followed by the brownie burger. Remember when Mariah made this into an actual dessert? Then we have the lesser known raspberry cheesecake. Bonus points if you know which video that one's in. Now for one of my favorites, the donut stack, though I changed mine up a bit using slick paint. The OG watermelon popsicle, where I thought I'd try painting the sprinkles like Mariah suggested. The cotton candy cream puff. This sandwich shortbread cookie, dipped in chocolate and covered in sprinkles. The more recent cookie sandwich. It's really hard not to take a bite out of this one. Another one of my favorite Mariah creations has to be the dessert taco. I think the bite taken out of it is just chef's kiss. And again, a lesser known ice cream cone based on Mariah's paint your own squishy. This caramel apple. At the risk of repeating myself, I love squishies on a stick. The tiny mochi, which was a panda bun. The macaron stack with the strawberry on top. This bear bread filled with cream and covered in sprinkles. Can't forget the derp inspired ice cream from Mariah's recent challenge video. And finally, we have the ice cream banana split bowl.
A mini version.
Yeah, I didn't have room to make the big squishy. Talking of big squishies, here are our recreations of Mariah's large desserts, starting with the iced s'more nut. I love the character Mariah created based on this one. Then we have the ice cream layer cake. The shading was so tricky. Next is the literal rainbow cake, so iconic of Mariah Elizabeth's channel. And probably my favorite of the 5, though it is a really tough choice. And this other rainbow shortcake, which I seem to remember started in a really bad shape. That for me was one of Mariah's most impressive transformations. And finally, the recent Nuffalogian cupcake. The color combinations are just so weird and wacky, I love it.
Phew, that's a lot, Mom.
Yeah, I don't think I quite realized how many we'd made. And we're not even halfway through. Let's continue on to animal dessert combos. Here's hoping I can remember all these names. Let's start with the purple ice cream panda, who I think is now called Scoopsy. Then we have the strawberry mama fox and the caramel baby fox. So cute together. A classic bear bread makeover. We have the honey bear bread and Winnie the Bee. Then peanut butter and jelly bear bread, giving Eustace and Shelley vibes. This strawberry bear bread with his little friend on top. He looks so confused. Then we have this rainbow ice cream bear creation from Mariah's video painting on things for 24 hours. Another challenge, the 3-color challenge, but this one was from ages ago. This orange bear cake, which I think was from one of the spin the wheel videos. The OG Yummy Bear, a classic. And finally, we have this under the sea themed layer cake.
Could this be an early version of Celia Evangelina Diamithis?
I think you might be right, Squidget. Let's keep going. First up, we have this Neapolitan smushy mushy sitting on a donut with dark chocolate sauce. Then we have 2 more bear bread makeovers, a cotton candy keychain, and also this bear cookie covered in sprinkles. We have a watermelon costume cutie so I don't tend to put her in the costume. Next up is another one of my favorites, Hot Cocoa Bear. I really enjoyed recreating this one, even if it was a dreaded velvet squishy. And her relative, Honey Sweetie, in her custard tart. Now we have the mom and baby cotton candy llamas. I love the mom's facial expression. I can totally relate.
Did you say something, Mom?
Look at these Neapolitan Easter bunnies. And it's Butterbear on his pancake stack. I just want to boop his belly.
So cute.
Phew, I think I got away with it. Two more classic Mariah makeovers, Milk and Cookie. And we can't forget Strawberry, but not Strawberry. Didn't Mariah make a create your own version of this one? I think I missed it. And last but certainly not least, it's this strawberry lemonade, panda? I'm gonna go with panda.
Again, all credit goes to Mariah and her amazing designs.
That's right, Mr. B. Quick breather to check out some other Mariah recreations. Starting with this naked chick. They look so unique, yet also a little cold. Then we have the classic cat burger, though my cheese ended up really transparent. This squishy cat or squishy ghost.
But not the squishy ghost.
I really appreciate this one as a British Canadian. The rosy teapot and cookie. I wish I'd made the cup. And there's some more panda bun makeovers. It's amazing how creative you can be with just a simple shape. This flying unicorn,
Alicorn.
she goes perfectly with the baby Luna alicorn. Though, like Mariah, I am not a fan of metallic paints. Now, what's this guy's name? I genuinely can't remember. Well, he's homeless. I couldn't make his house. Alright, who else here remembers the spooky popsicle? No? Just me? Oh well. Next is the rainbow paint tube. I really like this design. And one of my favorite aquatic animals has to be narwhals. They're the unicorns of the sea, and this one is covered in rainbows. Then we have this birdhouse with little bluebird, who may have also started out as a narwhal. It's Teeny Mango. Look at his little face. One of the few humanoid squishies. I really like the mermaid. And finally, this metallic rainbow acorn. We actually have an oak tree in our backyard, and the squirrels go nuts. Quite literally. Whoa there, these guys are huge. Well, I'll try to fit them in the frame. Starting with one of my earliest attempts at recreating Mariah's squishies, we have this little bear with her rainbow bathing suit, unicorn headband, and unicorn pool floaty. And honestly, looking at her now, I did not do a good job. She's looking a little bug-eyed. That being said, I did come up with a good idea to stop them from sticking together, which was to use a silicone baking cup, which fits the pool floaty perfectly. Off you go now. We need to make room for the recreations I actually do like. Specifically, the rainbow snack friends and this ginormous cat stack. I'm particularly proud of the friends because I didn't actually have the right squishies, and oftentimes I have to improvise, but this one was really tricky because the can is actually a baby bottle and the chocolate started off way larger. And for the cat stack, well, I mean, it's a cat stack and it took a long time, but was also super satisfying. I just wish it would stand up without falling over. Hands down, love them both though. Holy moly, how are there still more? Here we have a mixture of old and new designs. Let's start off with the chicken family. We have Muscle Chicken and Mrs. Duck. Then we have their kiddos, Chicken and Baby Duck, with a cute little eggshell on her head. And speaking of babies, here's Baby Hamster. I actually made his blanket using a piece of bread, as in a bread squishy. And then we have Misty, which was a creation from Spark. and one which definitely inspired our own squishy makeovers. Next is Speckles the Dalmatian, stuck in a dragon fruit. Oh, love this one so much. Even if Speckles refuses to sit up straight. And we have the Calico Cat with their donut and unfortunate tail placement. Oh well. Then the Marshmallow Sheep. This was one from Create This Book, which Mariah made in her own time. Speckles, stay where you are. You've had your turn. Now we have PB and Jelly with their own PBJ. Can you believe I'd never had a PBJ before coming to Canada? And then we have this strawberry puppy, which I know Mariah didn't really like at first, but I think it's a really nice design. Though I kept mine really small because I'm running out of space. And we have the squishies based on Mariah's nail polish. I can't remember all the exact names, but let's start with Cotton Candy. And I want to say Melon, but more like Charmander. We have this yellow whale with the pretty little flowers around it. This lime panda bear, which is definitely giving me berry citrus vibes, though I've not recreated that one myself. I really like the sky whale with the rainbow. The face definitely reminds me of the cloud bears. And of course Plum the bunny. I remember that I originally bought this squishy to create Isabelle from Animal Crossing, but it just never happened. Finally, we have this Pickle the Dinosaur beverage. Full disclosure, there are certain squishies I've just never wanted to recreate, and one of them is Pickle the Dinosaur, because he's so personal to Mariah. It would feel a bit weird. However, I have created some of Mariah's more famous characters. Let's start with Grumpy Cherry Berry. I love this guy, everything about him, but particularly his cheesed off face. And we have another bear here, Alfred from the polar bear family. Mine's holding a heart because that was the only squishy I could find, but I think it works because Marlowe is also holding a heart. And they love each other, right? I mean, they must do, because here's baby Nat. She is one of my favorites, but refuses to stand up. Very annoying. There really is a bear theme going on here, because next we have Fred, who is a bear plant hybrid with the cutest blank expression. Though maybe not as cute as Cupie, who I feel is definitely more cute than creepy. What do you think? Also, here's a random piece of rainbow sprinkle cake, because I forgot to film it earlier. Next, we have one of the Candy Ninjas. I chose to make the wolf because, well, Big Squid really loves wolves, plus I only had one of the squishy candies. Back to bears again, and here's Burial, wearing her orange fishy costume and holding the most delicious looking under the sea themed cake. Remember your Little Mermaid party when you were a little squidlet?
Mom!
Speaking of me, Darla the squirrel really speaks to my heart because I'm often covered in paint, have a bit of a bewildered expression, and love to hoard my stuff. Kinda like a dragon. And what a coinkydink, here's Rosie the bashful dragon. I'm really pleased with how she turned out because I had to use narwhal tails to make her wings. Though before you feel sorry for the narwhals, spare a thought for the turtles who lost their heads to make Winifred's frog costume. Oh, and Wilfred's here too. So, you know they say save the best till last? Well, that's exactly what I've done. These are my favourite recreations of Mariah's squishies, starting with Galacticat. I love the original Galacticat on the mirror and think Mariah did an amazing job at transforming that into a squishy. Next is Baby Willy, brandishing his lollipop. This one is really special to me because whenever Squidlet was sick as a little girl, she would always want to watch this particular squishy makeover. Another squishy with personal significance is Kathy, primarily because there's somebody special in our lives called Kathy, shout out to you, but also I love her expression. She's living her best life and she knows it. Next is this super sweet bunny, Strawberry, with her little strawberry motif. And of course her cousin Lemon. Maybe one day we'll recreate Lime to add to the collection, but no promises. And finally, my personal top 3 Mariah squishies are
Drum roll, please.
Rainbow, this prismatic kitten, though I added some chocolate sauce to the top of mine. Long story. Then Nilla, the puppy jumping through her donut. Again, I didn't have the exact donut, so I had to improvise. And of course, the donut queen herself. Fun fact, the whole reason we decided to start a YouTube channel was to share our donut queen doll. I would say check the video, but the editing is awful. I had no idea what I was doing, and the sound levels are
Bad. Very bad.
Plus, we weren't in it. So
true. I couldn't do this without you guys.
Thanks, Mom.
Wow, that really was a lot. Also feels like the end of an era.
What do you mean, Mom?
Well, I think it's finally time to make our own squishy designs. I mean, we've already kind of started. Remember our Smooshy Mooshy marathon? To anyone watching, feel free to go check out that video. Otherwise, here are some spoilers.
S'more's still my favorite. I mean, puff and chip.
Yeah, they make a cute combo, but our cake roll cuties also make the perfect pair. In fact, our subscribers have already suggested some awesome names. Neela Warrior Princess thought we should call them Cotton and Candy. Now we need a name for our chocolate chipmunk, my personal favorite. And what about this cow and her carton of milk? I think we're going to need some help naming all our creations. Seriously, any ideas?
Just let us know in the comments down below.
That's right, Mr. B. And yeah, I really do love reading and replying to as many comments as possible. Makes us feel like we have our own little art community in a random corner of YouTube. A place where we can all feel safe and where we can share our passion for creativity.
And nerd culture.
Oh my goodness, yes. I am such a huge nerd. Or should I say a dork, seeing as this channel is called Dolls for Dorks. Anyway, back to the final squishies that we've made. Our spooky squishies, starting with our witchy werewolf and froggy familiar. Another subscriber, Meat Mushroom, had some great ideas for their names. I'm pleased to present Stellan and Croak. It's canon now. And what about this guy? At Why Is This a Channel pointed at the strong Animal Crossing vibes. Is this Cookie in a candy corn costume? I already confessed that this one is based on Cinder the Squishmallow. And our final squishy definitely reminds me of Mariah's Misty the Cat. Maybe I've been playing a little too much BG3, but we could call ours Mistra. Again, if you have any ideas for names, just leave them in the comments. Plus check out our other videos and let us know any suggestions for future projects. So remember that doll customization I hinted at way back at the start of today's video?
Yep.
Well, here she is. Da 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 da. Wait, that's not right. Hold on a second. Get ready for a cool transition. Much better.
Two things, Mom. One, that's not the same Rapunzel doll. And two, why are we making Ariel from The Little Mermaid?
yeah, I thought this video was inspired by Mariah.
Okay, I can explain. In answer to your first question, no, this is not the same styling head. I may have, melted the first one.
What?
Fun fact, I typically customize Disney animated dolls, which are fully vinyl. Turns out styling heads are part hard plastic, the mortal enemy of acetone nail polish remover.
Basic chemistry, Mom.
Yeah, it was not a great learning experience. And in answer to your second question, this is inspired by Mariah. Remember her Create This Book 2 episode, where the prompt was create a list of favorites?
I know. The strawberry girl.
Bingo. I want to make the full set, but today we're just making the one. So off camera, I cut off her blonde hair, cut open her head, removed the plugs, painted her scalp red, and finally rerouted her with red hair. which was then glued in place on the inside. It took a hot minute, but she's now ready for her face up. So let's start with that. Though heads up, today I will not be talking through the whole process. This is going to be more of a montage. As always, I've sketched out her face beforehand using a brown watercolor pencil. And I'm going to be using a mixture of soft pastel to create depth around her eyes, as well as give her cheeks and lips a rosy glow. I'm also going to be using watercolor pencils to draw in her eyes, eyebrows and freckles. And finally, I'm going to use black and white ultra-fine Posca pens to make her pupils and the whites of her eyes pop.
All right, Mom, enough talking. Let's go.
All right, Squidget, let's do this. Even though I find this part super nerve-wracking. Wish me luck. So there you have it, our entire squishy collection, plus a special Strawberry Girl custom with her own Strawberry Bunny squishy, another OG Mariah Elizabeth design. We hope this video has given you all a little insight into what our channel is about. Yes, we are and will continue to be inspired by Mariah.
So there will be squishy makeovers.
But there will also be an emphasis on doll customs because, well, that's something I really enjoy.
Plus, we are proud members of the nerd culture community.
And of course, there will be crafts mixed in.
Because we are all about art and creativity and just having fun.
So if you want to join us, please consider subscribing and leaving a like and comment. It would mean a lot. Anywho, see you in the next video. Christmas squishies, anyone?
Bye! See you next time!